Hi everybody, this is Sonia. I'm back with you to do the TMI video that I said I was going to try to do this week. So I'm going to get started with that. And then I have a couple of product testing that I did that I wanted to share with you. So let's get started with this one. I only did 25 questions because 50 just seemed like a lot, and so I'm only going to do 25. Where did you grow up? I grew up in, where do I look? I grew up in San Diego, California. I was a military brat. That's where I grew up. What makes you happy? My family makes me happy. My husband, my two teenage boys, our dog Shiloh, who's the cutest little puppy ever. Those things make me happy. The other kind of things that make me happy are listening to the ocean, the North Woods in Minnesota, just nature in general makes me happy. Being outside. 3, pets. Oh, I just mentioned my dog Shiloh. And we also do have a cat. I should mention the cat. Her name is Starchild. That was when the boys were little. We had a brother and sister cat, and the brother cat died. So we still have Starchild. I'm not really a cat person. I could take it or leave it. Although I probably would miss her, I guess. I don't know. Irrational fears. Do I have any? Yeah, I do. I have an irrational fear of tidal waves. Does that sound weird? Sorry. See my hair sticking up in the... Okay, so I have an irrational fear. I'm fixing my hair in the mirror. Sorry, people. I have an irrational fear of tidal waves. I used to have nightmares about them when I was little. Like I'd be sitting on the beach and a tidal wave would come up and I could actually look up and see it over me. So maybe that's kind of a tsunami type of fear too. I don't know what brought that on, but that's my irrational fear. Especially because I live in Illinois, so there's no chance of that really happening. Do I play an instrument? Yes, I play the saxophone and the flute, and I play a little guitar. I played saxophone since I was probably 7 years old, and I still have my tenor saxophone. I don't have a flute right now, but I'm thinking about getting one. I'm also thinking about learning how to play the cello. That's like one of those kind of bucket list things for me. Age, I'm 48 years old. I will be 49 1 week from tomorrow. Favorite music. I grew up kind of getting, influences from my parents. My mother loved Motown and Elvis, that kind of music, and my dad loved like Led Zeppelin, CCR. I probably know the words to, and I do karaoke to CCR all the time. So that kind of musical influence, Three Dog Night, some of that, some of them. That's the kind of music I like, but I'm pretty eclectic in my taste. My husband likes country music, so he's got me to kind of like some country music. And I grew up, I graduated in 1985, so I'm an 80s kid. I also really got into grunge music, that 90s kind of music. I really, I don't know what I related to that music. I just turned it up as loud as I could. I don't know what that's about, but why I joined YouTube. I joined YouTube because I'm going to have vertical sleeve gastrectomy in October, and I went on there just typed in VSG and was completely shocked by the fact that all these people are on YouTube making videos about this thing. And so I started watching them, and I decided I wanted to do this too, so that I could, look at my journey and see other people's and give them support and get some support back. So that was my reason. Pet peeves or pet peeve. Let me tell you what my biggest pet peeve is. People who do not turn their lights on in bad weather. If it's snowing or slushy and rainy and foggy, all of those things, you're supposed to turn your lights on. Turn your damn lights on, people. Okay? Turn your lights on so people can see you. Any of you who don't do that, you need to do that. It's the law. Okay? There's my pet peeve. Married. Yes, I am married. I am married to my husband, who I graduated from high school with. We didn't get married till later, obviously much later, but we've known each other since we were 15. And he's my best friend. And he was one of my best friends in high school too. It's fabulous. Okay. Book you are currently reading. I am currently reading Democracy in America by Tocqueville. That's my at-home casual reading, and I'm reading a book for work. It's a book about leadership and team building called The Advantage. I just started that, so I'll see how that goes. Have I ever broken the law? Yes, I have. In fact, I do it every single day on my way to work because I speed. So that's not good, I know, but yes, I do. And unfortunately, in my youth, yes, I've got in a little bit of trouble. My favorite season is fall. I love fall. I can't wait for fall. October is the best month ever. My favorite TV show. I don't have cable, and I'm not a big TV watcher, but I love Game of Thrones. And I pay for HBO Now whenever it comes on until it's over and watch it. So that's my favorite TV show. Zodiac sign. I'm a Virgo. I don't really believe in any of that stuff, but I know that's a question that people like to ask. Music, loud or soft? I mean, it depends, but I would say I lean much more toward the loud. I turn my music up loud in the car. Sometimes when I'm home by myself, I turn the music up loud. I like loud music. Physical fight. Yes, I have been in a physical fight. The last time that happened, though, I was 23 years old, so it's been a really long time. And that's because I told myself, I can't let myself get out of control like that. It's not a good thing, and I wasn't going to do it anymore. My favorite quote. This is, I think it's not a quote, it's a poem by Stephen Crane, but it's a very short one. And this is how it goes. A man said to the universe, "Sir, I exist. However," replied the universe, "the fact has not created in me a sense of obligation." I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about your interpretation of that quote. I know what it means to me, but leave me in the comments below what you think of that. Tattoos? Nope. No tattoos. No plans to get a tattoo. I don't. No self-inflicted pain for me. No. How long does it take me to get ready in the morning? I'd say it takes about 45 minutes. If I have to blow dry my hair, an hour. What do you miss? I miss Minnesota. When I was a teenager, I told you I grew up in California, but when I was a teenager, I moved to Minnesota, and I love in northern Minnesota, like up by the Canadian border, Minnesota, and it's where my mother and stepfather still live. My husband's family all lives up there, and my sister has now just moved back from California to Minnesota. We probably go there a couple times a year, but I miss it. I love that state. It's a beautiful state. If you've never been there, you need to go. Ooh, oh, okay, next page. Kids, yes, I told you. I have 2 teenage boys. They are 14 and 15, and my baby just became a freshman in high school. I'm a little sad about that. What do you take time to stop and appreciate? I would say I take time to stop and appreciate my husband, my kids, and nature. I really try to take time every day to be grateful, you know, for the things that I have in my life and just the world in general. I really do. I think it's important to do that. Place you want to visit. I've read a lot of Russian history, and doing that made me really want to visit Eastern Europe, Prague in particular. Would love to go to Russia. I would love to just go to Europe, and I love to travel, period. But that in particular is a place I've wanted to visit. And I will someday visit. And it will be great when I lose all these pounds so that I don't have to worry about sitting in the airplane seat and feeling comfortable. The last question, what was my favorite subject in high school or college? being that that was a very, very long time ago, but I still remember I loved social studies. I liked history. I liked when we had, you know, American literature. In college, I minored in Native American Studies, and I took a lot of culturally based classes. And I had a class called Radicalism that I thought was a really great class. It was really good. So those are some of mine. I'm a social worker, by the way. And so it makes sense that I liked social studies, right? So, okay, so that was all of my questions. And if anybody wants a copy of those questions, I can send them to you. And I'm probably maybe going to tag some people on this. The other thing I was going to do was I was going to share some product with you. This is something that that isn't new that I use, but this is, it's Lifeway Kefir, or kefir. People pronounce it different ways. I'm showing you the pomegranate version of it, which is good, but what I will say about it is 1 cup has 140 calories and it has 20 carbs, 11 grams of protein. However, if you get the plain version, which is what I normally do, that only has 12 sugars and 12 carbs, 120 calories, and 11 grams of protein. And I blend it with berries and half a banana, or that has carbs in it too. But if you get it plain, I've also mixed it with like cocoa powder and made it kind of a chocolatey. But what's really good about this is that it has probiotics in it, and it's really good for your digestion. It's just a healthy thing altogether. So Lifeway kefir. And it has a pretty good amount of protein in it. The other thing, oh my gosh, I tried this today. I don't know if anybody else has had these on here, but this is this Oikos Greek yogurt 000, because it has 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, 0 fat, and 15 grams of protein for 120 calories. That's pretty good. And it only has 6 sugars, 14 carbohydrates, but it's got 6 grams of fiber. 6 grams of fiber. This stuff is, and I got this salted caramel. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Yeah, this is the deal. This is working my diet. And I got strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, mixed berry, and they probably had a couple other flavors too, and they were on sale at Kroger for $1 each. So I stocked up on them. I would say the last thing is I'm just going to do a reminder, Tooth-et mouth moisturizer. I still have 2 left for anybody who's going to be having surgery and wants them. I still have 2 left. I got some requests for the other ones. So just private message me and give me your address and I will send that to you free of charge. That's all I got for today, and I will probably be back on the weekend to do an update on how I'm doing with my diet. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great week. Bye.